You're right on time. Are you ready to begin our English lesson now?
Yeah, let's do it. Can AI teach English as well as a good human English teacher? I believe the answer is yes, but it's not so simple. In this video, I will explain what makes a great English teacher great and how you can create your own AI teacher. As we go, I will show you an example lesson with an AI English teacher GPT, which I think is as good as any human teacher.
So let's pick a topic that's a little different today, something not too obvious. How about we talk about big decisions in life, like changing jobs, moving to a new city, or choosing a different path? Does that sound interesting to you, or is there something else on your mind you'd rather talk about?
Yes, big decisions. This is a very interesting topic. A good teacher should know how to get you talking, even if your level is limited. That also means choosing topics that are interesting and avoiding very obvious topics only, like what are your favorite hobbies? Once they know your level, the teacher should be able to quickly adapt the lesson to make it challenging, but not too difficult. There is a tricky balance, and they need to know how to find it.
So here's the first question. Can you tell me about a big decision you made in your life? What was it, and what made it hard or easy to decide?
Okay, maybe instead of a big decision I made, I can sharing a big decision I am making. Currently, I am think about spending part of the year in another country. Now I am living in United States, and I'm considering spending part of the year in United States and part of the year in another place for many different reasons.
That's a really interesting idea. Splitting your time between two countries sounds exciting, but I can see how it could be a tough choice too. Can you tell me more about why you're thinking about this? What are some of the reasons making you want to live part of the year somewhere else?
Teaching language in concepts or with a lot of technical terms generally isn't useful. For example, with grammar, it's much more important to know how to use something like a conditional than to know the word conditional. It's all about mastering real daily usage and learning to sound natural. And explanations should be easy to understand and intuitive. If you don't understand something a teacher explains, maybe it's not your fault. Good teachers should always help you say what you want to say. Learning a language is about finding your authentic voice in that language. Your teacher should help you find that and not force ideas or specific answers on you.
That was a fantastic answer, really natural and expressive. And yes, walkability is absolutely the right word. People use that a lot when talking about livable cities. I really liked how you said, I don't know what a vibe is, but when I'm in the vibe, I know the vibe. That's actually a perfect way to describe it. It's hard to define, but easy to feel. You could say the atmosphere or energy of a place, but honestly, vibe says it best. Just a couple tiny things. Instead of that's another of the thing, you can say that's another thing or that's another factor. And for options for the outside of the school of the activity, it would sound smoother as after-school activities or extracurricular options.
New language, like phrases or sentence patterns, should be introduced seamlessly based on the context of the lesson. It should fit exactly what you are trying to say and help you say it in a different or better way. Any feedback you get should help you get closer to your English learning goals. Random corrections of minor issues not relevant to your personal progress are a distraction. And not all feedback is a correction. It may be how to sound more natural or more articulate, or how to structure what you said, or how a native speaker might say it, or some pronunciation issue you never noticed before. The role of the teacher is to find those things, blocking your progress toward fluency, and point them out to you in a way that clicks.
Wow, those are all great options, each one with its own unique flavor. I love how you're thinking not just about weather, but also culture, family connection, and lifestyle. That shows a lot of thoughtful planning. Just a couple small suggestions. You said, we all enjoying to go to Thailand. Instead, you can say, we all enjoy going to Thailand, or we would enjoy going to Thailand. That sounds more natural. Also, when you said, where would make sense, you could say, we're thinking about what places would make sense, or which places would be a good fit. Here's another idiom you might like for this kind of decision. Kill two birds with one stone. For example, by going to China, your son learns more about his culture, and you escape winter. That's two birds with one stone. Between China, Greece, and Thailand, which one do you personally feel most drawn to?
I don't know. This is something I'm still think about. Yeah.
Totally fair. It sounds like you're still on the fence. That's another idiom for when you haven't made a decision yet. It's a big life choice, so it makes sense to take your time.
You said two birds with one stone. Is there a variation? I think I heard two birds with one scone, like feeding two birds with one scone.
Ah, you've got a good ear. Kill two birds with one stone is the original version. It means to accomplish two things with one action. But some people don't like the violent image in it, so a softer, more playful version is feed two birds with one scone. It keeps the same meaning, doing one thing that benefits two goals, but sounds a lot kinder. It's not super common yet, but some folks use it on purpose to sound more gentle or humorous.
Every lesson should have very clear takeaways. What was learned? What new language have you picked up? What feedback did you get? What skills do you need to focus on more? You should come away from every lesson with a clear idea of what you got from the lesson. Finally, you should come away from a lesson feeling energized and ready to improve, not defeated and exhausted. A good teacher has that magical ability to keep you motivated and ready for more, even when it's a challenge.
And one more idiom you might like, the whole package. So you might say, I'm looking for a place that has the whole package. Good food, good vibe, walkability, and things for my son. You've done a great job today. Want me to give you some feedback now before we wrap up?
Yes, please, some feedback would be nice. That would give me the whole package.
Ha! Nice use of the whole package. Love it. All right, here's your feedback from today's lesson. First, you're doing a great job expressing complex ideas in English. You stayed clear and thoughtful, even while discussing something that's not easy to explain. That's a big win. Now, here are 5 things you can work on to sharpen your speaking. 1. You often said, I don't very like, which isn't natural in English. Native speakers say, I don't really like. That little word switch makes a big difference in fluency. 2. There were a few moments where verb tense slipped a bit. For example, you said, I visit a place like that, when you meant the past. It should be, I visited. Keep an ear out for when you're talking about the past, so your verbs match. 3. Sentence structure sometimes got a little bumpy when you had a lot of ideas at once. For example, another of the thing should be another thing or another factor. Just slow down a little when ideas pile up. It helps keep things clean and clear. 4. Your vocabulary is already quite good, but we added a few useful phrases today. Weighing the pros and cons, on the fence, mild climate, check a lot of boxes, and the whole package. Try slipping 1 or 2 of those into your speaking in the next few days. 5. You did a great job with tone and natural phrasing, especially with expressions like, I can wear just normal clothes, and I know the vibe when I'm in the vibe. That kind of intuitive expression is actually a sign your language is getting stronger.
All right, now how can you create a teacher like this yourself? Put these principles we've covered together into a set of instructions for a GPT. Start with something like, your role is, and then simply experiment until the overall lesson flow feels right. The GPT you see in this lesson is available in my 90-day program, as well as many other very helpful AI teachers and assistants to help you reach your English fluency goals. You can check that out in the description. Also, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.